Lae'zel is one of my favorite characters in Baldur's Gate 3. And so I wanted to draw her, but things didn't go as swimmingly, as easy, as nice as I wanted it to. I failed twice, and well, really three times. Let me explain. So I drew her three times, right? Originally, my idea was I wanted to do like the whole Baldur's Gate cast, but if they were like in Souls-like games, so like I was gonna put Shadowheart and like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. I'll do like a story in, and like Demon Souls or one of the other Souls games, and then I was gonna do Lae'zel in Bloodborne. And so originally I was drawing her in Bloodborne, which is kind of boring because my imagination of her is like in Bloodborne is just Lae'zel with a Bloodborne outfit, and that's not very exciting or interesting. And also I didn't like how the drawing was going anyway, so I scrapped it. And then I tried to draw her a second time, but this time I was just drawing her like normally. I didn't really care about like the whole like, oh, I have to do this this creative idea with her. I was just drawing her. And I didn't like that either. I forgot why, honestly. I just think it didn't look nice. It just didn't turn out well. But then I kept pushing myself, and kept moving forward, and I tried to draw her a third time, and that's where we are today. You can see a little bit of it in the background, but yeah, I tried to draw her a third time and I still don't like it. But at this point I was like, you know what, let me just make something and call it a day. Let me just move on from this. It's kind of like being like hard-headed or stubborn. Like, you would think I would have gave up after the first attempt or the first failed attempt, but no, for some reason I was like, no, now that I've committed, I gotta draw this character now. But it's whatever. I finished. That's the important part. But yeah, I wanted to draw Lae'zel because I've been really enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. I've been playing with my two bestest buddies in the whole wide world. And I've been having a blast with it. I think the game is like super fun. One of my favorite moments so far is my character had an interaction with Will, and he's like dancing at night, but for some reason one of my friends like took off Will's it took off Will's underwear, and so Will is just like, he's dancing, but he's like butt ass naked the entire time. And then he's all like, the camera is always at crotch level, so you can see everything. I'll leave it up to your imagination, but every time the camera pans to him, it's always like dick height. So, or like dick height and up, and so it's like you can't avert your eyes. But it was pretty funny because it was just silly seeing him do his goofy ass like ballerina dance in that lack of clothing. But yeah, I've been enjoying the game. Even though I really like the game, I don't know if I give it like top 3 status. Maybe probably top 7 or top 5 maybe. I don't know, top 3 just seems like a little, that's like perfect games. And this game is pretty freaking good, but like, I don't know, something about it is just like, I don't know if it could reach top 3 status. My top 3, number 1 is Elden Ring, 2 Witcher 3, and then number 3 is always like interchangeable. Like, it's just like a free bingo slot pretty much, where any game that I like at the time will just replace that number 3 slot. Like right now is currently, I mean, the first game that comes to my mind is Bloodborne. So Bloodborne is probably number 3 right now. But watch, like, next video, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, my top 3 favorite games: Elden Ring, The Witcher 3, and fucking Doki Doki Literature Club. Like, no, but if I had to say like the interchangeable games in top 3, it'd be Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Breath of the Wild, and Prey from 2000, what was it, 15 or 16? The most modern Prey made by Arcane. That shit slapped. And Dishonored 1 or 2. Though those games slapped too. But yeah, I wanted to make a little video about me drawing Lae'zel. The thing I dislike the most about this drawing is probably, let me look at it. I don't know. Just something about it just rubs me the wrong way. Okay, I'll say what I do like about it. I like the red background and the like tentacles from, those are supposed to be the tentacles of like those little squidbilly dudes. That's what I call them. What are they called? Illithids. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Illithids or Eluthids, something like that. The mind slayers, mind flayers, fine players. Squidbillies, the squid guys. Those are supposed to be like tentacles like that. And then I like how the red background and the red like lighting, I guess, on the tentacles. I like how that looks. And I like the white scribbles everywhere. I don't know why I do that. I like recently just started doing that. Because why not? It's just been like it's like a I don't know how to describe it, but it's like an in the moment kind of thing. It's just like a feeling that I feel like doing. It's hard to describe my thought process behind doing that, but I like it. I'll probably keep doing it in my future art, but I think I need to like go through like some kind of development with my art style, or just like as an artist myself, because I am struggling to figure out what the hell it is I'm doing, man. Like I don't know what's finally gonna make me happy in my art. I don't know, but that's kind of part of the journey, is that as an artist you're always figuring out things and figuring out new things, figuring out what you don't like and what you do like. And it's a stressful journey. It's definitely stressful. It can be a little hard-hitting at times, but I believe it's a necessary journey that a lot of artists have to go through just to figure out more about themselves and just their process and creation style. So I'm in the process of figuring out my process. If you notice, because this thing was like so quick, I want to say it took me like 5 hours, maybe like even 4. I don't remember. Probably like 4 or 5, maybe like 4.5. But because it was so quick and I was rushing it because I was just kind of like done, I was over it. A lot of her features are like a little lopsided, but it kind of looks like she's like tilted, so like slightly to her right side, so like, but to our left, so she's like so tilted like this way a little bit. So it kind of looks fine at first glance, but if you look at it more, like you can see how like her left eye is like a little higher than the other eye. You can see how her nostrils are like kind of tilted to the left side of her face, and then her mouth is like, what is going on with her mouth actually? It's just like off-centered. Yeah, like the one mistake in art can make everything like fall apart, because bars. I got distracted by my immaculate rhyming skills. Yeah, so I'm like, once I messed up on like one part of her face, everything kind of follows suit, because I'm kind of using that as a guideline to create her face. And so as soon as you mess up on one part, everything else kind of gets fucked. So like, because I messed up on her nose, like, because it's like a little tilted, that made her like this thing, like, what's this thing in the mouth, like the little like indent connecting the nose to the mouth. I don't know what that's called, but that thing that she has, where she has like a super long one, it's like tilted a little bit, and then that also made her mouth like off-centered. And then her chin is also like slanted. Everything is just like slightly like slanted or off-centered, or both. But that's probably because, just one, I was going quick, and then two, it's just you make one mistake and everything else fell apart. But I don't think the drawing is like terrible, but it's definitely not my best work. I feel like I'm in like a period of my life where I'm like, since I'm figuring stuff out, a lot of my art is looking a lot worse than my past stuff, in my opinion. Like, I feel like in the past I've made a lot of better things than this. Even when like even like taking into account like the amount of time I spent on it, I still think I've done better than this. But that might just be because I'm like, I don't know, looking back on it and I can appreciate it for what it is at this time rather than like in the now. You know, like I don't appreciate it at first, but then like looking back on it, I'm like, oh, why was I so hard on myself? You know, like why was this, like why did I not like this? Because there's definitely a lot of art pieces that I disliked at that moment when I made it, but then like after like a month or two, I would look back on it and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad actually. Like I actually like how I did this or that or whatever. So I don't know, maybe I'll feel that way about this drawing where I'll look back on it and be like, wow, I'm actually the GOAT. I'm actually great. But who knows? But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this drawing, honestly. I mean, overall I give it like a I would say like a 5.5, but because of how quick I did it, I bump it up to a 6. I think it's still pretty impressive for the amount of time I spent on it. So I give it a 6 out of 10. Solid 6. But yeah. I didn't even explain why Lae'zel is my favorite character. I just like completely glossed over that. I like her because she's cool.
Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Yeah, she's cool. That's it. I mean, that's a pretty basic reason, but yeah, I just think she's cool. But yeah, I guess let me know what you think about the drawing. Maybe let me know if you thought it was worse or better than the score I gave it. And let me know what your favorite character is if you play Baldur's Gate. And if you haven't played Baldur's Gate, I think you should definitely try it because it is a damn good game. It definitely deserved Game of the Year for 2023. Definitely. Even against garbage ass Tears of the Kingdom and okay, my rant about Tears of the Kingdom has to be like a whole nother video. I'm gonna make a drawing piece about Tears of the Kingdom and I'm gonna talk about it. But man, I did not like that game, which is weird because I love Breath of the Wild. But like I said, that's a whole nother video, dude. That has to come at some other time. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think Baldur's Gate 3 definitely deserved everything that it got. And much more. I'm very excited to see how this game pans out. I haven't finished it yet. I'm currently in the last part though, Act 3. I think that's the last part. So I'm very excited to see how it's gonna go out, and yeah, I'm excited to see where my art journey takes me next. hopefully it's a good place. But yeah, like and subscribe, or don't. But yeah, if you want to see this drawing some more for some reason, or my other drawings and other time lapses and stuff, I'm sure you can find them at this place called Instagram at duh.mir. This should be like right here somewhere. And then yeah, just check out my stuff if you want to. Thanks for watching. Bye.